You need to stop caring about what other people think about you. We only have, you know, most people only have around 70 to 80 years to live. And when you're constantly living your life thinking about other people's opinions, you're hardly even living it. During high school, I went through a lot of hardship, made friends, lost friends, made enemies. It was a hard time for me, but I knew that the people that had an opinion about me didn't like me. Could never really sway me from my past or from my future. Excuse me. Even with all those struggles, I knew I had to keep moving forward. Because when you let those opinions that people have about you get to you, it changes your whole trajectory. I had to learn that not caring or not giving a fuck is the best thing you could do to grow and move forward. But that's easier said than done. The best way I learned to accept that what people think about you doesn't matter is just rationalizing it. Like, so what if you find some funny, a group of people you hang around don't find funny? Stop trying to fit in, like, just, I know it's cliche, but just, honestly, just be you. A lot of people put this mask on every day, pretending that they like certain things just to fit in with a group. And that affects you, it affects the real you over time. You begin to have this facade that gets molded into your identity. And eventually you don't even know who you really are anymore. That's why staying true to yourself is the most important thing when you're growing, when you're elevating. But with all these distractions now, it's very hard to be yourself. Always trying to catch up to people. You feel like you're behind. You compare yourself to other people. social media isn't doing you any good. You constantly trying to catch up with the Joneses and comparing yourself. It's gonna put you in the worst place. And honestly, even when you like try to catch up with people, you compare yourself to people, and you get there, they really don't care. They might care for like a very small amount of time about your accomplishment, but as they go with the rest of their day, they don't really think about you. That's why not caring about what people think is something everybody should learn how to do. And it's not easy. It's not something that you can pick up and just a snap like that. It takes time. It took me years, but as I grew, I realized that life is short and is long at the same time. It's weird, and I'm not gonna spend my whole life worrying about what other people think about me. Like, of course, it happens sometimes, but just try your best to get out of that mindset, because nothing good comes out of it. And every time you open social media, it's almost impossible not to compare yourself to how somebody else is doing. You could be in a situation that prevents you from traveling, experiencing things with your friends. And when you see somebody else living your dreams or what you want to do, it just sucks. You get that feeling of envy. And don't get me started with envy. It's I don't even know if it's a real emotion, like jealousy. I don't know. It's just not. It's not good to have that in you. And I'm not trying to get all spiritual. I don't know anything about spirituality, but yeah, when you care about what people think about you and start comparing yourself to them, you start to get envious, and that leads to jealousy, and you start being a bad person without even realizing it sometimes. I've heard stories about that. There was actually a TikTok where this woman had a friend who was living out her dreams, and what did she do? She basically got on TikTok to cope. And she explained how she felt jealous that her friend was living her dreams. And she was praising herself like she did something good. She was saying that her friend was lucky that she didn't, try to sabotage her or talk shit about her. And people in the comments were, praising her, agreeing with her. And I don't think that's jealousy. I don't think that's a normal emotion. It can't be. I think it's when you hate yourself. It could come from a lot of different things, It could come from you trying and not achieving it. It could come from you believing that they didn't put in the work, that they have it easy. There's multiple, there's multiple reasons why that feeling can occur. But it's weird. I don't think it's a real emotion. It's not a good emotion. But overall, yeah, just stop thinking about what people think about you. Because people got their own lives to live. You're not the main character, bro. I ain't gonna. I used to think I was the main character, bro. I used to be nonchalant. I used to think the girls would come to me. That don't work. It's patched. Don't try that. Don't try that. But if you made it this far into the video, I appreciate you for staying as long as you have, and you'll have a good night.